Peace and blessings. Peace and blessings. I had to come. I don't care. Beautiful right now. Right now, I feel like I'm at a point where I can change things the right way and truly establish. I know I am. That's what I'm doing. That's what I'm doing right now. And people seeing me. That's why I'm coming on here making videos. So I can kind of chronicle more, but at the same time, speak this truth to my people. Wake them up. Peace to the gods. Peace to the goddesses. We are children of the Most High family. We are not. I'm not even going to get into all that because it don't matter what people say or what they think. What matters is what I bring to the table. And what I bring to the table is irreplaceable. Without having or using political science and everything about this political climate and the rulers of this nation, you use political science, which is a tool that was formulated from its inception to destroy you. And you look on we look at the landscape of today and how things are going for us as a nation of people, which you don't have no choice, family. You feel compelled every day. You hearing this. Well, why the Republicans won't do this? Why they been in the cut? Not really in the cut, but you've been working God. You've been doing things. You choose to do things God's way because of what you see going on in the world, and that shit just don't add up, family. And it's causing waves because the world is programmed. People as brainwashed, but they quick to try and tell you some things. They quick to try and tell you, uh, just like everybody, we want to put this show on like all is good. We ain't having no problems. You know, we're the leaders of the new school. We got our hands on the pulse of we got our mind wrapped around what's going on. And a lot of people that come on here don't be putting in no work in real time, family. They not known through their communities for being no leaders or problem solvers, which I respect the spirit that's moving them to speak. Just be a speaker. You know, if you're a speaker, be a speaker. But don't come on here like you're a mover and shaker. My community, and even further than my community, my reach extends that because of the value that I offer. People know me as someone everywhere, not just in Illinois, not just Chicago. I'm a Chicago native born, South Side, and I understand who we are. But more so, I understand what I'm seeing going on, but I'm more concerned with like the reason I started this page. That was to learn who we are outside of a political state or political doctrines, this Greek philosophy that they got us under here in America, and understand it's not nothing wrong with America. America is what it is. It's a business. Like who is that brother? Dynamic young brother, burning up the airways. People trying to play him down, but trust me, his messages resonate. They don't want to get. Every day is this or that. They come in with conjecture, and from the on they come in with conjectures based on political science, religious doctrines that they've been taught by the people that put them in a pickle. You know, that put the foundations in place to destroy you. Bottom line, I don't got no long drawn out dissertation about. We know what time it is, and right now we not stuck there though, because it's time to awaken. It's time for the Black God to awaken and to take his place in humanity. You are the solution. These people don't have the solution. If they had the solution, then let's examine that. Let's sit down and look at that and crack this thing open. We got the information, and those who studying it, it's this thing going on. Like the younger asked me, man, when you up on this, a lot of people you up on what it means to be chosen. You know what that means? He asked me, and I told him, yeah, I know what that means. That's kingdom culture. That's These are godly people. You hear a lot of people saying that they chosen, but the concept comes from which was before you. So you can't say it's like people not, but then again, people swagger jack. You trying to jack God's culture and say that it's something that political science created, and we know we're the teachers, and I keep saying political science because that's the ideology and philosophy of Greeks. That's what America is under. They don't seek to follow God. Yeah, they'll tell you that, but I don't see it. And like Brother Smart, that's what I'm talking about. Smart guy. He on the burn. He burning them up with this knowledge, family. He the young, they the coming. They here. I always say it. When you're dealing with the Most High and His instruction and that whole paradigm, that energy is now. It's not something that we sitting back, looking off and waiting for. Like Moses said, this covenant is here. It's nigh unto you. You don't have to go searching for this and that. The Most High His Spirit is upon you. It dwells in you. Luke chapter 17, verse 21. And notice everything. And brother, it's like and his foundation is God. Return to God. He's a Muslim, which I understand. And that makes perfect sense. And that's what the Hebrews are talking about. But then you got the Hebrews. Well, the Hebrews, I feel a lot of us lose the attention of the people as we get religious. We know the truth. We have taken the Torah back, but then we go and try to replace the actions of the colonizer, those who came and jacked our way of life and turned it into and commercialized it and lied, painted pictures of deception to brainwash the people intentionally so you won't look that way. And then they infuse the world with a whole bunch of Bibles. How were they able to do that? So they can confuse people. You got the Bible for women, you got the Bible for men. You got the Bible for children, you got a homosexual Bible. Yah forbid. How? The word is for everybody, all humanity. You don't have to divide it. Only thing you have to divide is your purpose, what you're purposed to do. And the only way you're going to understand that is by having a relationship, an active, living relationship with God each and every day. Like more so than you depend on the world. And anything of the world, and I paraphrase that based on the biblical understanding because in Matthew 4, we know the devil approached the Messiah and tried to give him the kingdoms of the world, and the Messiah was like, get out of here. But the reason I point to that is to show you the people that's ruling the world are not connected to the Most High God. Not the way they run in these systems. You know it and I know it. The people they say over in Jerusalem, so-called Israel, talking about they God's chosen people. Well, why they not praying? Why they not coming together, sitting down to resolve issues the kingdom way? They're going according to political science to push an agenda. They're not establishing the kingdom of heaven, and that's where a lot of people get it twisted because even your religion, Christianity, all of it comes with a political agenda, and it's the politicians who allows you to establish these covenants. Okay, utilize the political system, but if you're going to utilize it, you have to utilize it in a godly manner. You can't go in it with a Greek thought. Then we know they push a political agenda. There's a conflict of interest. Keep saying in all a long time, family. It's time to come out. And understanding that is you going in. You being that. Don't look for what's you in your mind that's resting in you and you're pushing for it. You pregnant with this idea and you bringing forth that thing. You know what I'm saying? That plate seed that's been planted in you and you bringing that energy forth. That's the baby, the energy. Because once you plant that energy in the world, like drop this seed, this work, you see what it's doing. So you know it don't take political science or the things of the world and what they got to offer. All it takes is will. You got to operate in the willpower and understand that there's a greater, what that greater in you than he that is in the world is about. Trina, Trina, hey Trina, come down here with me. Come sit with me for a few minutes on my live video. Let's chop it up and go from there. Come on. Come down here with me, baby. Let's talk about political science for a second and move forward. Come on, there. You ain't got to say nothing. If I'm wrong, let me know. Dwayne, you wrong. You shouldn't, I'm not above reproach. Come here, trainer. All right. Come down here when you come out the bathroom, all right? All right? Hello? See, that's what I'm talking about. Political science, jobs, and then there's a spirit. That's our women and men, we really need to sit down and have these conversations on the record. Things are not going the way God intended in the covenant of man and woman coming together and becoming one, because your idea of union under God's authority is political science. It's a contract. It's not based in rooted in love. Because the average person, you married to a person, but you married to the ideal. You're not married to I love this person. You married to the ideal of the contract. Oh, you see it and you see it every day. Well, when I married you, you know that way I treat you shows that I love you. And that's what made you marry me, because I love you and I'm being responsible with it. That's what made you love me. The marriage is a byproduct of the covenant we already operating in as one. Now, the covenant is supposed to solidify and let the world know. That's not how the Bible say you do it. The way political science and the agenda of the world pushes the agenda. That's not godly. That's why our relationships don't last. You can be in a relationship and it can be as fruitful, just as fruitful and more fruitful, loving, nurturing, patient, without paperwork. That comes from the person. That comes from what this person is built on. What have this person been fed? What is this person believes? Does this person have love for humanity? What type of person are you dealing with? You can have any type of paperwork, but the point is, if it's not in your heart and you're not demonstrating this on a daily to perfect your role, to show your partner, to really show yourself, this is just something you do. It's not something you got to have a piece of paper. It's something that I do. Then you got a problem. You got a problem, Houston. It ain't gonna work. You chasing the paper. You not adhering to the actual act. You looking to a piece of paper. And the paper don't justify the means. No. It's your love. It's your compassion. It's your you want for me just as much or even more than you want for yourself. That's love, family. If you can't demonstrate that, then you don't love a person. I don't give a fuck if they came out your bowels. If you can't demonstrate that you love them and want more for them than you want for yourself, that don't mean you starve yourself or hurt yourself or give your stuff away if they not on purpose. If they on purpose, it's your brother and sister, you damn right you help them. Stop coming with the stipulations of political science. Yeah, God gives you, if you borrow it, pay it back. He gives you a measure on how to do it, which is an instruction. Don't tell me about the world. That don't work for us. That don't prosper us. So I don't follow that. This thus said the Most High will. That's how we do it. We have to read. I have, excuse me. So it's a movement. It's the rise of an ancient kingdom. God's sons have awakened, and we moving on purpose. It's not gonna stop. I was just, I was just having a conversation with one of the elders from the community, and the elder really take a liking to me, which you already know me, but based on this truth, this awakening, and this knowledge that we are researching and uncovering about us as children of the Most High, a divinely chosen people with that instruction and how we've been incorporating it. And now we understand why we were doing certain things outside of political science. And when I say that, I mean the system, doing things to establish ourselves as a people because we didn't have that. It wasn't readily offered to us. Yeah, they got their picks and choose, they play games, but that shit, that's like London Bridge. That shit done fell down. We ain't following that. We ain't dealing with that. We dealing with the Most High God. The Most High God made you a ruler and gave you dominion. So that means, brothers and sisters, yeah, we're gonna have to lean more so on Romans chapter 12. Do not seek the ways of the world. What you wanna what you wanna do is connect to the all, the Most High, to bring His ways, the heavenly ways, because there's a law, and if you keep that instruction, then the things of God, depending on, and you focus on the paper. No, don't focus on the title. Focus on the work. Be the work. Don't invest your money in something that you can't produce. I always said that. Why would you can give a person $1 million today? We always say we want money, we want money. But if they gave you reparations today, what the fuck you gonna do with it? I'm buying a home, I'm buying this old. No, fam. That shit gonna get ate up. Cause you ain't counting the cost. You ain't looking at the system and the value of the dollar. Yeah, it still got a little power, but you're not looking at it on a world scale as it relates to investing in bonds. So, in order for us as this people of God to our place of origin, which is Africa, and we have to learn to start forging relationships and doing business, building that relationship based on our mutual common and mutual interest as children of the Most High God. Then our people over there, they got the mineral resources. We don't need nothing America got. We need to go out, and if you want to make America great, it's going to take the black man and the woman, not just the black woman. You hear that political science. Like I listened to that woman, Jasmine Crockett. Y'all love her. I don't got nothing against your politics. Do what you do. But if you go enter into it, you enter into it like your ancestor Jacob. I mean, your ancestor Joseph. When Joseph, when the Most High sent him into Egypt over there in Africa, and Joseph was the solution. Every solution Joseph came with outside of the Hamitic solution, the way of the native people of that land, their solutions through their gods, the Most High, the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, our God. He proved him. He showed up and proved himself every time, fam. That's what the book is based on, him and him wanting others to get to know him. He chose to lose none of humanity, family. But then humanity got to understand it's not him, it's you. You're rejecting him. He's not going to reject you. And let me show you. Remember, Adam we failed because Adam disobeyed. He didn't tell Adam, listen to that woman. And we still got that problem today. Maybe because of political science and women are able to attain a certain level of education, they feel like they are in a position now to rule over men, which in the kingdom is not so. But they have a place of responsibility, a great responsibility for God's people, where they can manage and do things on an even greater level than political science. We have women who stepped up and led the tribes when there was peril with the men. So we know they're capable of leading, but God gave you, man. You read your Bible. You can't follow political science. You gotta get that out of your brain. We can't come on here keep talking about, oh, if we keep following political science, not understand the great thinkers, the Dr. Carl Andersons. You know what I'm saying? I listen to them. I study what they said. But where I differ is, I hope they blow the bombs at each other. We don't need one group of people with their hand on the button that can fuck it up for everybody. But then at some point, you got to be man enough and willing to die for what you believe in. And if you saying you're a child of God, you already know your life is His hands. It's not your life. He sent you here on a purpose, and it's far greater than you worried about what mere mortal man can do to you. Spirits don't die. You're gonna live eternally. And if you going on a mission, you on your mission, taking care of His business, forget about it. They can't win. They won't win. They can't. That's the crazy part about it, and people reject this truth. No, family, you better walk in it, accept it, receive it, because we changing. We changing the narrative every day. Now I don't argue about wanting to get somebody's trade lines. It's cool, but I really don't need that. I have a trade. I can create trade lines out of thin air through this thing of value that I have. Okay, I'm working in one area of the value that I'm working one area of the value that I've created and that I actually sell to people. Now there's other aspects to that foundation that I can tap into. Okay, you got one area lined up. You got about 9 different sections of this foundation that you can organize and build from scratch and own it. Put it on cruise control and sell it around the clock. I can get out of busting my knuckles. That's why I'm at, family. But I had to go to work to establish this, to create my brand. And what is my brand? I solve automotive problems, automotive technology. And that don't just come with fixing cars. That come with selling parts. That come with selling clothes. People believe in my brand, family. They trust me to make decisions with their automobiles. These are their investments. This ain't no shit you just went and bought a lollipop at the store and you trust them to bring it back. These they cars. And they trust the direction that I send them in to maintain them and keep them maintained and secure in a secure and effective manner, where they can operate these vehicles to move their children, their loved ones, their families to and from. They rely on me. They be in situations, family, where it's be like, nah, I wouldn't drive it. But that they trust me and I understand the nature of the problem because I understand the systems. I went to school. I got the education. Now I use it to my advantage. People kept telling me, oh, no, you should get a job. That ain't going to work. No, you should come under their thumb. I always look at that as slavery, family. I come from beautiful parents. They worked hard and they achieved a lot and they still got it and still helping, but not just their children, but their families. But I chose to step back. All the help I needed, you gave it to me. I'm not being boastful or bragging like I'm something that's better than everybody else. No, I know that we all got the that knacking for greatness. But what foundation have you established it on that will allow you to realize these things in real time? Not no future. Y'all see a lot. Religion got us confused, family. We looking at something to come, but that word it's alive. It's right now. When you pray and ask God to do things, and you know that prayer you had with Him, you know what you prayed, and it come to pass. That's an indication that you know the Most High is real. That you are equipped to handle as gods, little G's, children. How else you gonna have rulership in dominion? You got to mount up and go to war against political science, because them people ain't giving their agenda up. I know you ain't gonna cower under them. When you go down in history, you better go down in infamy. Oh, that dude stood up against that oppressive system. He ushered in the kingdom of heaven. God, that you want to put on this. As people can repent, they know they fucking wicked, but they not gonna tell you. You keep asking them, they gonna tell you what you want to hear, and keep your ass confused. Once they give you a definite, they know, okay, I got to make a decision here. Well, that should already be at the forefront of your mind. You shouldn't be depending on nothing outside of you. So that means you got to build you up. Like I'm sitting here looking at my weights. Before I left the garage, I hit my weights. I had my 25s. I'm finna hit these 35s, get me a burn on my chest. I want to feel my chest sticking out before I go to sleep from working out. Not for no pill, not wishing on. I'm gonna put 5-10 minutes in and play with these 35s, still weights, and get this money. You did? But now I'm about to go. I'm about to sit here and Tree! Up! You still in the bathroom? Alright, baby. Dang. We've been having problems, so I had to spend some time with her. I gotta move like I said. You know, I spend all my time researching, and I already know these things. I can sit down with your scholar or whoever, but I don't have to. We live in this. We live in this. I said I'm living it, family. Shalom. It's time to roll. Let's get it. Let's get it.